and welcome to We Bombastic Few, Season 4, Episode 6. Are you ready? This is a special episode. We're doing something that we haven't done in many, many moons. There's someone else on the podcast. Who is it? Make yourself known.
Sounds like a pretty lame podcast.
Daniel,
idea.
who let you on?
I
thought I kicked you from the
Who
Discord
invited
chat.
you?
Who was I kidnapped by the last time? I escaped from them.
Again.
Yeah.
All right. For real,
Howdy.
who's on here?
It's Christian. I'm
State
back.
your
I'm here.
name and occupation.
Name and occupation. I am Christian. I'm a microbiologist. Woo.
All right, checks out. Who else is here? Main host, boring people.
Lindsay. Do you want my occupation too?
Sure.
Nobody cares.
Avid Mountain Dew drinker.
Wow. Who pays you?
Believe it or not, Coca-Cola does.
Really? Not Pepsi, though.
Wow.
Nice gig.
Interesting.
Fascinating.
I have to look. Does Coca-Cola
So wait,
own
are
the
you
rights
drinking
to?
Mountain Dew straight from the factory line so that it can't get into the cans?
No, you misunderstand because Mountain Dew is made by Pepsi.
Right, I was
So
literally.
I don't have access to the facilities. I'm paid by Coca-Cola. I have to go to the shelf.
Are you a corporate spy? How many trade secrets do you know?
Are you a
Corporate
PepsiCo
espionage?
sleeper agent sent to infiltrate Coca-Cola?
I
they
am
actually-
allowed to answer none of these questions.
What's
They
your
actually pay
sleeper
him
word?
so he'll have like a bad health reaction, so they can point to him as a reason not to drink Mountain Dew. It's a
Fun
long-term
fact,
study.
I have no idea. I have no idea if this is true, but so like keep that in mind. But apparently, at one point, a secretary for it was either Coca-Cola or Pepsi. I would think it was the secretary for Coca-Cola obtained the recipe to Coca-Cola and brought it to Pepsi. But Pepsi was like, "Nah, don't give us that. Like, we don't want it." Because like legal ramifications or whatever and whatnot. So
I feel like I've heard
there
of
you
that.
go.
So
Trade secrets, everyone.
2 people have heard of the story, which means it's obviously true.
Yeah, checks out. Anyway, today's segment's also something you haven't heard in a very long time, a Buzzfeed quiz. And then we've got a hypothetical, because what is a podcast without a hypothetical? And then we're continuing with the mini qualgorithm. But really quick, bombastic word, skirl, a shrill wailing sound, especially that of bagpipes. Can think of a lot of uses for that one today. Speaking of sound, okay. So I had several different phone calls today or this week, and each of these phone calls were received immediately after me waking up, and so I didn't have my normal phone voice, and I realized this because I got a phone call right after, and my phone voice kicked in. Do you guys have a phone voice? And so what I mean by that is like when I pick up this is my normal voice if I'm speaking, right? But if I pick up the phone, it's like, hello, how's it going? Like my voice raises, like gets louder, and like in my head it becomes nicer.
I would
Like
say
more friendly.
Yeah.
If I have one-
think phone voice common.
I think I think it is common, but if I do have one, it's a minor difference. I don't like sounding or thinking I'm acting fake, so I'm sure
All right,
I
well,
changed it a
here you
little
go.
bit though.
Your phone's ringing. Ring, 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 ring. How do you answer? Go. Give us your phone voice.
Hello?
It's lame.
Like no
Pathetic phone
no
voice.
joke, literally just hello.
Do you have like such a questioning like tone for every single person? Like hello.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of fear in
Why
that.
am
I want to
here?
know why they're calling, even if I have their. I'm getting a phone call from some random person right now. Hello.
Okay, new idea. What if you answer every single
That was
phone call
different.
with "Why are you calling?" Like, no longer with "Hello." It's just "Why are you calling?"
Who gave
Answer
you this
me.
number?
Yeah.
Who do you think you are?
Is this those punk kids again?
Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, phone voice. I think I know I have one, and it's prevalent, and I can't stop.
Oh, I 100% have one. Like, you go into like the professional, like, hello, this is Christian, or this is Christian.
Yeah.
Like my pitch completely
you
goes
become
up.
a voicemail.
Right. I'm really trying to
Anytime you
like
pick up the phone.
like the female phone operators, like from the 20s or something is what I'm trying to channel. I think. How can I help you?
Checks out. I channelize many things.
Yeah, I think I have a phone voice. If I know the person pretty well, I just talk normal, right? If it's like someone I'm familiar with. But if it's like, oh, this is a potential employer or something, then I'll be, okay, I gotta sound like a competent member of society here.
Mm-hmm.
But
They
is
need
it
to believe that I'm
but
excited for
it's
their
not
call.
impolite to be questioning have a questioning tone to your voice. Like, it's like, I will say I definitely changed that if I think it's someone important, like, hello, this is Andrew. I think I still have a questioning tone to my voice, like, hello, this is Andrew. Like, I still am wondering why they're calling.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's a bad thing to be like, I don't think you guys claim that I have a very inquisitive tone to my voice is a bad thing.
It just sounds like you're afraid to
I
say
still
your
say you
name.
should-
I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with not having a phone voice. I just do. Like, if I don't know the number, I try and sound, I don't know.
What if they're
different.
calling to let you know that they are the Prince of Saudi Arabia and they're looking to offload their gold that they can't clear through customs? And so as long as you can pay the $10,000 custom fee, they can give you $10 million in gold. Like, you need to, like, you don't want to scare them away, right?
Right.
Well, of course, because
they
I
could-
mean, when
they
you
could go to
get
someone
a
else.
message like that, I mean, that's a once in a lifetime opportunity, and you don't want to miss it.
I mean, what are the odds that the Prince of Saudi Arabia called you of all people? Like, come on.
I mean, you can't turn
You gotta
an offer
jump
like
on
that
that.
down. It's never going to happen again.
I will say it actually has happened to me 3 times. That's the weird thing.
Really.
Intriguing.
Are you serious?
Still rare.
But did you send the money over?
Oh, obviously.
I haven't
I'm
gotten
now
one
a
of those.
multi-millionaire.
Intriguing.
I don't know why. This podcast is really a passion project.
Well,
I'm already a multi-millionaire.
Speaking of borders and customs, so I was reminded of this story the other day. This happened like years ago, probably 2017. But I went on a cruise for the first time, and I slept anywhere from 16 to 20 hours each day on the cruise because I felt like it rocked me to sleep.
What the heck?
That is insane.
Like, no joke. It was during spring break of senior year of high school, and my family would come wake me up anytime they were trying to go get food, or if there was something they really wanted me to partake in, and I would go straight back to sleep because I'd just, like I said, felt like I was being rocked to sleep, and I just could not stay awake.
I think there are coma patients that are awake more hours of the day than that.
You said 16 to 20 hours?
I didn't keep
lived out our
track, but
hypothetical.
I didn't keep track, but it was generally majority of the day. It was very close to the entire day.
Which shift were you?
Oh, I'd be up in 2 hours in the middle of the night, and then 2 separate hours in the middle of the day, going to get meals with them.
What did you do in the middle of the night when you were awake?
That's for him to know. You
Don't, yeah. Some things are better left unsaid. On
Legend
public
of Zelda
airwaves.
on the Switch. Thank you very much. Important
culture, I see.
things. Yes.
Let's get a plug in here. If you're interested in what would happen if everyone slept 20 hours a day, check out The Sun Never Sets on the Bombastic Empire, Season 2, Episode 3,
Shameless plug.
to our own podcast.
Right. I don't know how many more people you're going to get by plugging your own podcast in your podcast. but I
They're
do
already
expect the
listening
hustle.
to.
That's why our marketing strategy hasn't been working, because we've only been marketing to people who listen to the podcast.
Well, in theory, won't fail then, because if we're marketing
No, they
probably
leave
to the
because of it.
people. Yeah.
We are hitting our target audience.
Yeah,
That's an
exactly.
accomplishment.
You know exactly who you're targeting. You can't lie.
It just sounded much weirder when you worded it like that's who we're targeting. it sounds a lot more aggressive.
Hey, aggressive marketing campaigns gets the no pad publicity.
The early marketing campaign gets the what you
Platypus.
said.
Viewership sponsor worms.
The target
Sponsorship
audience.
worms.
Yeah.
Everyone's going for them sponsorship worms.
Oh yes.
But you only get them if you're early.
So, hold on, I don't
Or
want
super
my
late.
phone. So, I have found in my time being a driver of an automotive vehicle that anytime my car has like a minor problem with it, I just cannot bring myself to contact a mechanic to just like get it checked out. I'm like, it's fine. Even if it's like something that's like I should check this out before too long goes by, it's just like it's never gonna happen. What do you guys think?
Absolutely. Like my
my
car
gosh.
was low on oil, and like
Okay,
the
well.
reason I knew it is because like the engine was like
Smoking every time you drove.
You know, basically, like all but literally. And I was like, I'll wait to get an oil change. It can't be that bad.
It's not that
I feel like this is
important.
gonna this is gonna be a 50-50 split because Christian and I have cars that were made within the past 3 maybe 5 years, and
Yes.
you guys
I've
have
got a car that was made in the past 3 to 5 decades. Calm yourself.
no. Like
2011.
there are some things that you should really keep up on. Oil is definitely one of them.
You
Yeah,
ju- you
I
just wait.
I take care of my oil.
I don't even do that.
Like,
You just wait till I get my Cybertruck. Then we'll see who will be laughing.
boy, you'll be taking the best care of that thing. You know you will.
It will be my baby.
I will still
Before
be
I got a
laughing
new
at you,
car,
though.
before I got a new car, I was really bad at that. Like, I mean, a panel kind of falling off the car, you know, you just kind of just shove it in really hard till it sticks long enough, and you're like, it's all good, we're fine, and nothing to worry about here. But yeah, with my new car, I make sure to take it in, mostly because I don't want to be bothered with like something actually going wrong, because say I didn't put oil in it and the whole engine starts smoking. It's more to avoid
Avoiding
more
that.
work later, though. So
Yeah.
I drove around with my window regulator broke, which like meant that my window on my driver's side, my driver's side window fell into the door, and like so I would like took the door apart, pulled the window up and duct taped it up, and like didn't replace the window regulator for at least 6 months. And I just drove around with my window duct taped up, and like I just couldn't use my window. After 6 months, I got it replaced though, and to this day, I don't roll down my window for fear of breaking it.
So, the problem I currently have with my car, and I don't know exactly what it is, but like maybe a month ago or something, the check engine light came on. I'm like, well, you know, it might not be a thing. So I did like the normal checkup stuff. I'm like, all right, I'll run, you know, premium fuel through or whatever. Let me check, make sure like gas cap's on tight. Let me make sure this, that, the other, and all the normal stuff was fine. And so I take it to an O'Reilly's because they have that thing where they can just be like, oh, it's saying that the problem is something to do with
OBD
this
reader?
system.
Yeah, the air codes. Yeah.
And he's like, well, has something to do with the air intake. I'm like, okay, so like, is this something I should fix quickly? Or is this something like I can kind of wait on? He's like, you don't have to fix it right now, but I wouldn't put it off too long.
You got plenty of wiggle room.
What's your first
Define
thought?
too
Language.
long.
right, like
Well,
where are you putting that?
I've been driving it for like a month with the check engine light, so
I'd say you have
I mean,
a
on a
solid
scale
month
of,
and a half
like-
left.
Did your car like break down like your previous car break down like a year ago? Not even, Daniel.
okay, my first car broke down on me because someone hit me in a parking lot, and then it was already like it had a lot of small problems that didn't really matter, And then, like, after that, I started having actual major problems, like, in my engine, because that's kind of where he hit.
Like your axle's completely skewed, you know, just some slightly more serious problems than before.
Doesn't even have axles anymore.
Well,
actually, he Fred Flintstones it everywhere he goes.
So, my car broke down on me once on the way to an eye doctor appointment, so I parked it in an empty parking lot and then jogged the rest of the way to get there on time. And then, you know, we got it fixed. It was something with, like, the radiator. And then a couple months later, it broke down when I was visiting Anthony. Actually, I think that was the trip where we recorded Imagine Not Having Audio Problems. My car had broken down, like, the day before we recorded that. And it was, like, the head gasket blew, the radiator, like, shot up again. There was something else, too. And since my car was, like, in 98, like, it was going to be a big pain, or, like, they didn't have the specific part they needed available. And so we just had to, like, total it. And then my second car... So this would have been... like a year and a half ago, almost. That one, I hydroplaned and went over a curb at, like, 30 miles an hour and shredded the bottom of my car, and that one totaled.
Ouch.
Yeah.
There's nothing worse, like, that's a general statement. There are a few things worse, I feel like, than you're just driving along and just something happens to your car, and that feeling that hits your stomach when you realize that, oh crap, I'm gonna have to spend the next few hours taking care of a broken car. Like, that sucks. Especially if you're on your way to work or something, because then you're trying to figure out, like, you gotta call in, you gotta get all that figured out. Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No bueno.
It was not ideal. Well, the first one was bad because I had to take a bus back because I had class on Monday that I, like, couldn't miss. And so I had to, like, get all my stuff that I brought up to Anthony's place and just pack it up on a bus. And bus ride sucked. And they said they had Wi-Fi, and that was a lie. And so I couldn't do my homework, which I desperately needed to do.
You know, the homework for the next week, right? Because you're such a responsible student.
Well, you know.
I don't know if Daniel's ever done the homework for the current week.
I got worse as a student in college.
How's that possible?
He started at negative, by the way.
I got better in some ways, and then... Okay, let's see. I would say my study habits got better, and my attendance habits got worse.
That's just because attendance is all but mandatory in high school.
Yeah, it kind of wrecked me. It was really hard adjusting to having a job where it's like, what, I have to be, like, there and on time every day? What's the deal?
Hey, boss man, what's your problem, dude? I was trying to sleep in today.
When's my assignment due? Like, I'll just turn it in then.
That doesn't surprise me whatsoever. Speaking of not living in reality, the Metaverse. I'm curious what your guys' thoughts on it. Do you think it'll become actually a thing? Have you guys heard anything about it? And how
I'm already living in it.
Wow.
I abandoned real life.
Well,
I'm recording this from the beach. I'm already hanging out with Zuckerberg, and Will Smith's on the other side hanging out. We're surfing and fighting Batman with dolphins.
I was watching a video about it today. Do you guys watch Ordinary Things ever?
nope. I'll have to look.
It's like a British YouTuber, and he just kind of talks about stuff.
We're gonna bleep that because we don't give free shout. No, I'm kidding.
Side to Will
No,
Smith.
never heard
Good
of
channel. Definitely check it out. But no, he was talking about it. He's like, yeah, I don't think this is the future. And then he was explaining, like, I think augmented reality is more likely to be like the next big thing that takes off.
I would agree.
Imagine not having seen Ready Player One, idiot. That guy thinking.
Is Ready Player One? I know we've talked about this, and I definitely have asked this question on the podcast, but I don't know. Is Ready Player One the one with that bogus movie poster where his leg is like 3 million meters long?
I think
have no
you
idea
did
what you're
bring that
talking
up,
about.
yes. I'm pretty sure you brought something up like that. But no, I would agree. AR, I think augmented reality is much more likely to take on, especially with marketing and advertisement. It's going to be so easy for customized commercials.
I guess it depends, though. So augmented reality maybe for practical things, but for things for purely entertainment, don't you think a virtual reality would be more popular?
Well, it's hard to say because VR has never been like, aside from like the Oculus Quest, like VR is not like cheap to do. Yeah. Because you not only need an expensive VR headset, you need a computer that can run it.
And usually. Space for it as well, which not everyone does. I feel like.
Well, I was just.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna. I think the biggest deciding factor, specifically within entertainment, right, is with VR. You need to have a way to keep the person in place, because I'm gonna say like a video game, right? Say you're playing a video game. I think VR. The issue with VR is you're limited to the room, right? But if it's AR, like the room is a part of the video game, right? And like the walls are now like walls in the video game, so you're not going to run into them. So like I think for VR to specifically in the entertainment aspects I'm thinking about, you just need a way to keep them immobilized, but like still able to move around, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Find that fine line between immersion and not handicapping the people so that you're not running into walls.
Yeah, well, yeah. Although I do love videos of people like smashing their TVs or like punching people in the face because they think they're because like in the world they're doing something else. Yeah,
right.
Those are great videos. We should never lose them.
I don't want to parrot like the video too much, but he brought up some interesting things. Like he was talking about Second Life. If you guys are familiar with that.
Not particularly.
Is that a game or something like that? No,
it's like
it's just having a virtual like identity.
It's like okay, they actually reference it in The Office. It was a thing in like the mid 2000s. It was like an MMO kind of, but it just functioned like daily life. Like mix an MMO with The Sims, and you kind of just your person lived a normal life. It's basically what it was. But apparently, like there was like real money that you could make off of like he was talking about this couple who like made millions by like doing real estate in Second Life and like just having this whole quarter of this whole section of the market cornered and like leveraging in-game currency to make real money. And I'm interested to see if something like that could happen in Metaverse, specifically particularly because it is it has multiple tie-ins with like crypto, right?
I have no clue.
I'm not
they
super
were going to have their
familiar
own
with
coin.
100% though, I agree that this would happen. I mean, it already happens in other things, right? Like there's other games that are not even
EVE
that aren't
Online.
virtual.
Have you heard of that?
Yeah. I mean, it's happened in plenty of games like this. The currency is like there's actual real life value for these things that are being traded in the game. So I could only imagine with a realistic virtual world, it'd get crazy.
I think there's a South American country where RuneScape is really big. I don't remember which one, but like they go like really hard. It's like intense, and they have these massive bot farms, and I don't know. I've heard this once. It was like an adjacent point to something else that RuneScape video was talking about. But anyways, yeah. What was the original question?
Oh,
do we think the metaverse?
It was pretty broad. Yeah, I was just curious what your guys' thoughts on it. If it'd be big or not.
Honestly, I don't know a ton about it.
I mean, it just looks...
It's hard to say.
I don't know a whole lot either. I've seen like one video on it, and it essentially looks like VR chat meets The Sims. That's what my understanding is of it.
I think he said almost that exact comparison in the video I watched.
I don't understand VR chat myself, so I see no appeal in it.
I've played VR chat. I like it. It could be kind of fun if, like, when I've had a couple friends I'm playing with and we're just like doing dumb stuff, but I wouldn't pour much time into VR chat ever. I don't personally see myself putting time in the metaverse unless like they like
I could totally see
they gotta
like,
pivot and take a different direction with it. 'Cause, like nothing I know about it seems interesting.
But like, what happens when it replaces Zoom, right? Like, no longer are you doing like a camera, like basically just a big Zoom call. You're now in a virtual lecture, and you're staring at like the professor's avatar and stuff.
That'd be pretty cool.
I feel like that. Yeah, I almost feel like there's only potential for things to go wrong, but I do love the idea.
That happens in the book for Ready Player One. That's much more of a thing.
Well, I haven't read the book.
I mean, I feel like that would make it even easier to not pay attention in a virtual meeting. So all you have to do is take the headset
That's what I'm
off.
saying. But I also think it would be hilarious if you could just like do you like in the middle of the meeting you just summon, it's like, yeah, this is my Phoenix that I paid $30 to get in game, and that's just sitting at your desk during your business meeting.
No, the true valuable skin would be the one that makes it look like you're paying attention and like taking notes, and you're just taking a nap in the corner. That's the one you want to buy.
I think that'll just be like an emote or something that you can do. Taking notes emote. It's worth like $1,000 or something.
Shoot.
All right.
Bombastic quote. Isn't everything like a corn dog? And now to the hypothetical, because what's a podcast without a hypothetical? So there was a meeting between Shaquille O'Neal and Kevin Hart. And they had a long discussion, a mind and eye opening discussion as to why some people get handed the short end of the stick and some people get
Like
the
Shaq.
longer end of the stick. Correct. And
Like
they were
Kevin Hart,
wondering
yeah.
how could they try to balance this out. Some people still do it, some people don't, but a lot of people are kind of in the middle, but they want to see more variation. They want to see more balance in that sense. They're more variation. So they did many late nights and many calculations and many failed experiments to finally get to the new way of life called the Shaq lifestyle. And that is everyone is I don't fully understand this, random height altered between 2 times their height and half times their height.
So basically everyone's like assigned a random like float value between 2 and 0.5. So like somewhat like random value between 2 and 0.5, so like 1.7. So like it's randomized for each person, and their height is multiplied by, man, you guys thought you escaped math. Apparently this is a math podcast now, because that's all we do. So your current height is multiplied by that random number. And so let's say it was 2, which is the max. If you were 6 feet, you are now 12 feet. If your number was 0.5, you are now 3 feet. And so basically the range of heights is now, what's the tallest person ever? Probably like 7 something, right?
Probably not the tallest person ever.
8'11". Holy banana! That's so much taller than I thought. So basically, like if he got a 2 times multiplier, he could be up to like 18 feet tall.
I'm assuming you just get a 2 times multiplier on every dimension.
I hadn't thought about that.
Why not? I mean,
I don't
you
know,
wouldn't want to get
because
twice as tall
yeah.
and still stay as thin as you are right now. Your spine would probably crack.
Yeah, but like if you look at a really tall person now, they're not like, or depending on how tall they are, they're not necessarily just like extreme. Sure, yeah. It's multiplied in every direction. And then like the shortest person ever was just under 3 feet tall, and so if they got like the half multiplier, they would be 1.5 feet tall. But yeah, so like basically the range of heights varies drastically now. How's that going to change things?
Cars are going to have to be made very differently. That's the first thing I think of.
Well, yeah, because like average height is like just under 6 feet, right? Like 5'10" for in America, 5'10" for males, and like 5'8" or something for females. And so on average, like you're gonna have like half the people like taller than that, half the people shorter than that.
The first thing that comes to my mind is the movie Monsters Inc. You know, when they're like walking through the city and everything's just completely wacky dimensions made specifically for those people. That's what I think of.
Yeah, because you can't just make normal assumptions on, like, I almost feel like you would need to like segregate based on height. Like,
I was gonna say the same thing in a joking way, but you're definitely bringing a more serious tone.
It's for utility, people. It's utilitarian.
You're making it worse.
Oh, yeah.
But so like if you like, because
Not
at some
while
point
you're
like the people who are like 2 and 3 feet tall like are in danger of being stepped on by the like 14-foot people, right? Like it's just a matter of safety at some point. This is random, but like shoe manufacturers, like
I don't know if it affects shoe manufacturers.
Honestly, all clothing and everything just.
I was gonna say clothing
went
is
up the roof.
one of the things that came through my mind. There's gonna be a great clothing crisis because there's so much more custom clothes needing to be made because there is a far greater variety of.
There would just be a larger range of sizes. We already have a lot of sizes.
You're right. We would no longer need clothes, so everyone would be naked all the time.
This is the next logical step.
Yeah, but I think the big like everyone who's over like there are some heights that like people have never been before, and so some clothes just don't exist yet.
I mean, are we assuming this happens like out of
not...
nowhere tomorrow? Is that the hypothetical, or is this if the world just worked this
Lindsay,
way?
when did this happen? When did the Shikart formula get dispersed?
It happened back in the great 2018.
Okay.
That's what I think of when I think of great years of the world.
I mean, compared to the year after.
Yeah, comparatively.
So I thought of one thing, and that made me think of another thing. I don't know why this came to my mind before doorways, but height limits on bridges. We would have to raise bridges because now people can't even like walk under them. And then the thought that occurred to me was, what if you were homeless and then you ended up like 15 feet tall or something? Like, it's going to be a lot harder to stay warm.
Oh yeah, that kind of sucks. Well, would it? I feel like having more body
come back
you
down
need
to
a lot
the
of
clothing
blankets.
crisis.
You need a lot of blankets.
Wouldn't that just come back down to the clothing problem, though?
Well, hold on, just really quick. If you turned 15 feet tall, you were already 7.5 feet tall as a homeless person, which I feel like you should have just gotten an NBA contract or something.
Yeah, every tall person is good at basketball. Everyone knows that.
Well, but like, if you're 7.5 feet tall, I feel like if you can just like place the ball in the net, you can at least play some
How dare you
form of
assume
basketball.
that's what they want to do with their lives? How dare you?
Rather be homeless. Fair enough.
I'm curious.
know.
What is? I feel like I feel like 7 foot's fair, somewhat common-ish in NBA, right? But 7.5 it's like kind of pushing that, like, your body's like having problems. You're too tall, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's a good question. If like, because like the tallest people ever, they normally die of heart diseases. And so, well, okay. Also, just really quick, NBA average height 6'6". The tallest player 7'7". So he is an inch shorter than the tallest player.
There have been 2 players over 7.5 feet.
Well, on the number one thing on Google, that's what it said. Anyway, I'm gonna say that like health is not necessary.
Oh, wait.
I don't know. Is health a concern for tall people in this scenario? Because like their body scale.
Yeah, but like the stuff your
They got a
body's
second
made
heart.
of isn't scaled, right?
I
Like
think part of the formula gave them they grew a second heart. So.
and their bone density got better and all of that stuff. Yeah, sure.
They require less calories, and yeah, it all
Anyways,
worked out.
we got sidetracked. We already said your body would make up for it. But movie theaters. How are the seats going to accommodate the
how the
various
heck-
body sizes?
You don't want a 10-foot person sitting in front of you when you're watching a movie. Like,
Yeah,
Send
and, like,
them
not to
to
mention the width
back.
of seats.
Send them to the back. What?
you're not allowed to sit in front.
No. But, like, movie theaters won't have, like, much of a reason to, like, exist anymore. So, like, movies are going to need a platform to release on. And,
Circuit
we
City's
can't
coming
overwhelm
back.
streaming services.
I feel like you would have to design buildings to the tallest person, or like moderately close to it, so there would be less stories.
But
per
that would
building.
waste so much material.
I feel like we
Circuit
keep coming
City.
back to segregation.
Circuit City's coming back. You guys are missing this.
Cool, Circuit City. Anyway, so they'll be like I think you go like tall, medium, and short villages, right? And because like the short villages, they can take advantage of so much space. Because like let's say like it's like under 4 feet or so is the short person village. Maybe even under like 3. No, probably 3. I don't know. We'll say 3 feet. Anyway, so like that's the short person village. You can basically double your space because like things are more or less designed to support 6-foot people today, right? And so you have like
objection.
twice the potential. What do you mean?
Like,
It's
generally
it's
designed, or
designed
like
to
they
support up
can?
to.
Okay, fair.
Yeah. Like you are not like ideally you're not inconvenienced, I'd say, in general life by being 6 foot.
Yeah.
Calling out all the 6-foot people. But yeah, so
I'm a
like
little bit off
tiny place you can do. I feel like tiny people are gonna be richer just because like they need so much less stuff.
Well,
That makes
obviously
sense.
there would be pay inequality because why wouldn't there? Are you...
Well,
There's stuff that it exists now. Wow, you're asking the real questions. We don't do that.
Well,
here
actually,
on this
that's a good
podcast.
question. For like blue collar work versus white collar work, right? You'd probably want some giant dude who's like 10 foot if you have like manual
absolutely.
labor
No.
over
No.
the measly 4-foot person, right?
A requirement for
disagree.
most jobs is
Like-
being able to lift up to like 50 pounds.
Right.
And like if you're 3
Any,
feet, you can't do that.
any like housework has to be done by someone of like that person's village because you're not gonna have like a 16-foot person like trying to
Where are you
paint the
getting-
walls in a 4-foot tall person's house.
You just use 8-foot tall people everywhere.
And think about like the miners, like coal miners or something. Like, are we just gonna build giant mine shafts? I feel like that's far less stable. No, we're gonna send the short people in, like dwarves. That there's a reason that in all mythology the short people are the ones doing the mining. It's just because it's more effective.
Yeah. Although one thing, so like you knew your base height in 2018 before the formula got released, but like in the future, can you like imagine you're born and you're like 6 feet tall? It's like, man, was I like originally 3 feet and got a 2 times the multiplier? Was I like
Who is born as 6 foot?
okay, no. Like you know what I mean.
Okay, hold on.
That's a good question. Is it I'm gonna like it since it's a random thing for each person. It's not like genetic, right? So you could be 3 feet tall and have a kid who ends up being 12 feet tall.
Yeah,
That
I
would be
mean,
weird.
there's some
I
there's some
disagree.
connection to it, but like, yeah, there's gonna be some connection genetically, but there's not gonna be like a direct way to tell.
That 3 feet person is giving birth to a 3-foot baby. That's not happening.
So Christian, tell us. How does this affect microbiology?
Well, you see, the microbes
also changes
got
cell
impacted.
sizes.
Yes. So we may
The microbes
have
are getting squashed by the tall people.
The sports, I feel like you have different categories of sports based on height, right?
One person's the
So, like,
ball, the other
football-
person's
More
the player.
segregation. Yes.
Or that'd be like be kind of fun. Like, so you're assembling a football team, and it's like you have the running back be like super tall or something, but then for the quarterback you have him. I don't know. You, I don't know.
He doesn't
What
play
would be a
football, ladies
sport
and
where, like,
gentlemen.
having very yeah, I know so much about football. What would be a sport that like having a very wide range of heights be very helpful? Dodgeball.
I feel like just having a bunch of short people would be great in dodgeball.
Yeah. I can't think of a single sport where you would want a range versus like consistency.
Volleyball,
Surely there's got to be one.
because you
But
have
you-
the short
but you
people
want-
get the low to the ground balls, and you have the tall people to get everything else.
Could you?
Yeah.
What sports can you launch players into the air and still make a valid play?
Rugby, right?
Rugby.
Rugby's changing. Rugby is changing for sure.
The just like people are now the balls. So you throw like a tiny person, and that is the ball.
Brutal.
I think public transportation would be hard too.
I think any
I mean,
transportation, which we kind of
how do you redo infrastructure? Like, we would still like no one who can, like, if you wouldn't fit in a modern like subway, like, you still wouldn't have public transportation.
Well, in
You
general,
probably wouldn't have like any form of transportation other than walking, maybe biking.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Dude, picture a bike ridden by a 16-foot tall person.
like a penny farthing bike, probably, except the pedals go all the way to like the edge. The the bike with the enormous wheel.
Yeah, I'm just
Just
picturing
they
like,
ride
because
those.
the pedals have to be really big, right? Wait, no, I'm thinking way bigger than I should have been. I was thinking like the pedal goes by and just wipes out a house.
So Godzilla got a bike. That's. Do you
Ignore
know
me.
what
Forget
a
it.
foot is?
It might take out a house pet.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I do think that like you were there definitely would be separation. Like, there would have to be some sort of a segregation, at the very least, in the amount of people who go into specific jobs, obviously. So like, you're never going to see someone above like 4'5" be an astronaut or something, right?
It wouldn't even
Ooh,
necessarily be
that's-
like segregation, but you would have to have like there would have to be places that
What's a nicer word
the
for
3-footers could
organization?
I mean, potato.
Well, like, 'cause
two
like,
ideas.
It's not like it would cause
Is
a
it-
ton of problems if like everyone's living in the same city, right? But
is
there
it
would
de
have to be
facto
places for
segregation?
everyone.
It'd be de facto, not de jure.
Okay.
Is that,
Kind
is
of.
that the
I mean,
terminology?
yeah.
I don't want to break down.
But
the-
like, if I
Don't know.
wanna go to a restaurant where I have to like climb a ladder to get on the bar stool, you know,
That's kind of
climb
fun.
a ladder to get to my plate from there.
You have to
Like a
bring
rock
your
climbing wall.
own chairs and your own transportation all the time. You cannot rely on other
And
people's doors and
everyone-
other people's walkways.
Everyone drives forklifts everywhere.
Christian, I think you pointed out something really interesting with the like space travel. Like, you would totally you could send so many people because they need less food. They're much lighter. That'd be brilliant. I think it would revolutionize space travel.
Right.
You
it,
could
it
probably
would.
launch them without a spaceship, and because they're so much lighter, they would get there in time before they died.
One of the 16 billion foot people Daniel's imagining and just chuck them to the moon.
They could just pull the moon down so that
Yeah,
everyone else could
exactly.
just walk on, and then
they can
put it
pick
back.
them up and place them on the moon.
Ah, yes.
As long as they don't bonk their head on the moon, you know?
I had another thought, but I lost it. Something Christian said. Christian, what were you saying?
I don't know. I keep thinking of a point and then realizing it was like a random number. So like energy intake of the world's going to kind of stay the same because it's going to cancel out. And people who are large are going to eat more, but people who are small are going to eat less. So can't imagine stuff like that would be impacted too much.
But the people... Oh, never mind. Because I was going to say, I guess, like, the people who eat more are probably going to be eating, like, 4 times as much. And the people who eat less are probably eat, like, a quarter as much. But I don't think that balances out.
So would the food costs raise or lower? Because
I think, like, net food production would have to go up. Also, like, space. Like, there's not like, outer space, but, like, there's not enough space for everyone, necessarily.
No, not really, though, because it's an average. It's like random.
If half of the people now are above average height, and some of them are gargantuan, like twice as wide, twice as long, twice as tall, you know, that's significant more energy. Actually, they'd be consuming
they just live
8
in
times as
Nebraska,
much food.
right?
Well,
if you got doubled in every dimension, you would be eating 8 times as much food.
Yeah, but
to
you're not
keep up your energy intake.
Yeah, I guess there is that.
Yeah, I was gonna point out when you said 4, I was like, okay, we are stick figures in this. But man, it's completely gone. Submarines, that's a job. You can only be on a submarine if you're
Right.
The giant people who are taking out houses with their bikes could just scoop down to the bottom of the ocean and see what's down there.
Honestly, yeah, we just get one of the really tall people to stand over the Marianas Trench and reach their hand down and just like see if anything's down there.
So which would you guys
and then
prefer?
They scoop up and then you would kill anything you pulled up that fast, except for blobfish.
They'll be fine.
Which would you guys prefer to get increased in size or decreased in size, and to what degree? Then I'm curious.
After watching Attack on Titan, I may... I don't know.
A colossal titan. I want to be 100 meters tall. 331 feet. Yes, please.
I would say I'm okay with being a bit taller, I guess. I don't know.
I feel like you got to choose, like, because you also have the option to stay what you are, right?
Right.
But if there are 2-foot people and like 14-foot people, I feel like you got to be an extreme. Because if you're in the middle, like, it just feels like you're missing out, and you'll get made fun of by both.
See, I don't know. I was gonna say I feel like being in the middle would be the most fun.
That's kind of what
agree.
I was thinking. I feel like because then you could participate in both worlds, and you wouldn't be kept out from one or the other.
You don't get to be a part of the best of both worlds.
That's not true.
Like,
what
you get
do
to
you mean by
experience
best?
both being an astronaut or playing basketball.
I don't want to do
Good
either
Lord.
of those things.
He wants to be in microbiology.
No, yeah, right. I was gonna say my political career
So,
does not
Christian
depend
would
on
want to
this.
shrink so he can interact with the
0.005
microbes.
times.
Gotta give those microbes a hug.
I think I think that covers everything. So a quick message from our sponsor. Has it ever happened to you that you go up to a vending machine and you buy the wrong snack, and then you just kind of have to deal with it and either just have that snack sitting on your computer desk for months before you finally just like, I need to eat this or throw it out, or you just eat it out of spite, you're like, well, I need something? Well, no more. Thanks to two-way vending machines. These revolutionary vending machines will also accept snacks and give you money in return and restock the snack into its load. So if you buy the wrong snack, you can stock it back in. If you bought a variety pack of chips and you know how those extra bag of chips that are the flavor you don't like always float around, now you can return them to vending machines and get a little bit of your money back.
It's really great just 'cause, like, everyone's had the experience, right? You got a packed lunch or something, you get this like, oh, mom packed the wrong thing today. I hate goldfish. Well, not
Excuse
a problem
me?
anymore. No, there was an example.
Blasphemy.
That was a bad example.
I literally have a bucket of goldfish next to me right now.
Can confirm.
Anyway. Can confirm has seen bucket of goldfish. Anyway, You trade it in, you get your money back, and then you get a new snack. It just works out great. Highly recommend.
How many gallons is your goldfish bucket?
1,000 gallons.
1,000.
A tank is a better word than bucket, really.
Oh, okay.
It's
like a swimming pool.
Yeah, well, no, more like an industrial tank, right? Think water tower.
Well, I'm picturing like
but
a
smaller.
like a 50-gallon drum. So you got like 20 of those. That's like a swimming pool, right?
Yeah, but like I'm picturing shape. Anyway, BuzzFeed Quiz. You've been waiting for it for a long time. It's here. We're finally doing it. And it is actually from BuzzFeed this time. Which is, I think, honestly, maybe a first. All right. The quiz is, eat at this fast food buffet and we'll guess your zodiac sign and hair color. So, we're going to take this quiz. First question. What would you pick from McDonald's? Options: bacon, egg, and cheese McGriddle, chicken McNugget Happy Meal, Big Mac, or M&M McFlurry.
I mean, like, this all depends. Like, these are very different options. Like,
they are, but you gotta go the
right
chicken
now,
McNugget Happy Meal.
Right now, I'm feeling that Big Mac. That Big Mac is staring me down.
It's like, usually anymore, if I go to McDonald's, like, I'm just gonna get a dessert or something. Or sometimes I go just because it's fast and I want some chicken nuggets. But the Big Mac kind of would hit right now. Honestly, I might run to McDonald's after the podcast and get a Big Mac.
If you had said 6 spicy chicken McGriddles, then I would have been for that. But we're gonna get the Big Mac
Nah, dude.
because I'm really hungry, and that's the biggest thing on those options.
All right. So next location is Taco Bell, and would you get the Crunchwrap Supreme, the Spicy Potato Soft Taco, the Nachos Bell Grand Combo, or Cinnabon Delights? Out of the options, for me, I'm stuck between the Spicy Potato Taco and the Cinnabon Delights.
It's funny. So I'm stuck between the two left ones, Crunchwrap Supreme and the Nachos Bel Grande.
I want Cinnabon.
I'm not a big Taco Bell person.
Yeah,
But I'm gonna
that's
go.
the thing.
I'm gonna go with the combo.
If they had put a Doritos taco on here, I would have gone with that.
Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
I think the potato wrap is extremely underrated. Big fan.
Nice.
I'm I haven't tried the potato tacos yet, so I'm gonna have to go with Cinnabon myself.
Let's go.
All right.
Next we have Panera. We have the Green Goddess Cobb Salad, mac and cheese, broccoli cheddar bread bowl, or the Smokehouse Barbecue Chicken Sandwich. Mac and cheese
Simple,
for days.
Elegant mac and cheese.
Mac and cheese for days.
The Panera mac and cheese is kind of goated, but
Honestly.
the bread bowls are also good. I mean, it has to be the mac and cheese, but like the broccoli cheddar bread bowl had me second guessing for a second.
You can also go the
Christian?
extremely unhealthy route and get the mac and cheese inside the bread bowl.
Yeah, that's a
That's a dream. If they offer,
They
maybe
did-
I'll
they
ask
did that
Also
at one
known as
point.
Carb
Really?
squared.
Yeah,
Yes.
I gotta say the mac and cheese as well. It's so
Oh.
good.
It's
Across
too
the
good.
board.
We got an obvious winner.
By the way, I don't even
Yeah,
have this
cheese.
open, so
Oh my! I sent the link in the Discord.
I don't see it. Did you?
It's
It's
it's in the
bottom of general.
Okay, I'll read this. So In-N-Out, there's cheeseburger and fries, animal style fries, double animal style cheeseburger, or milkshake. Now I've actually never had In-N-Out.
Ooh, you want the double with onion, if you ever go. I'm gonna go with the double animal style cheeseburger.
I don't know.
So good.
I'm going to do the animal style fries. I've had In-N-Out, not that impressed.
Really?
Hate to say it.
I'm-
I don't know. I'm very much a simpleton. So when people
That's the truth.
like hype something up, it just like, and it's just a closer to a standard burger than it is anything special. Then it's just like, oh, well, I'm let down, and that's attached to it. But like, it's not bad by any means. It's just, it's hard to just outdo just a standard burger. So I'm just gonna do the animal style fries. All right, no, take it back. Milkshake looks delightful right now.
That was a roller coaster.
I'm actually, you had like a 10-minute explanation on that.
I'm the opposite for In-N-Out in that I think the burgers are pretty good, and I think the fries are like okay.
Yeah,
Just give me cheeseburger and fries.
I'm always gonna go with like a fully loaded burger over loaded fries. Not that I don't like loaded fries, but because I just like cheeseburgers that much. So animal style burger.
Is it a hot take to say loaded tots like far superior to loaded fries?
That's not at all a hot take. That's a cold take.
Not
That's
at all.
that's facts.
Yeah. That's a take.
A very, very cold take. All right.
Christian, do you have it pulled up now?
I do. I found it.
Do you need to
Yeah,
catch
that's
up on your answers?
No, I got it. What,
Okay.
for a normie?
Would you like to run us through Panda
Yeah.
Express?
Yeah, Panda Express. Okay. I feel like this is super obvious, but whatever. Cream
Honestly.
cheese ragoon,
Oh.
broccoli beef, chow mein, or orange chicken.
There's only one correct answer. You all better pick it.
Yeah, orange chicken.
It's orange chicken.
Orange
Yep.
chicken.
Why would you choose
There
like
we
a
go.
plate of chow mein over orange chicken?
I will say though, get a little chow mein with the orange chicken.
Oh yeah,
Chef's
That's
kiss.
the move.
right.
Chef's
The
kiss.
chow mein at Panda is pretty good.
It's good, but a pound of chow mein versus a pound of orange chicken, like I'm gonna pound one of those and not the other.
All right. I feel like this is a. Oh well, maybe not. I have a choice here for Burger King. So the choices are chicken fries, Impossible Whopper, cheesy tots, and Sundae pie. And granted, the Sundae pie looks kind of fire, but it's got to be the chicken fries, right?
I haven't tried Burger King in I don't know how many years. But
I don't know.
Sunday pie, for
I don't know
sure.
why they're in business.
Honestly, same. And what were they? They were like number 5, weren't they?
Yeah, we just talked about this recently. Like they're high up on like the number of stores open / revenue. And
Well,
I'm like,
no,
I don't
it
know
was
anyone
revenue.
who goes to Burger King.
I like
know.
it, but I only go when like no one else is open. I'm always
Like airport.
enjoy
That's
it,
about
but-
it.
Yeah,
If
I'm going
that.
chicken fries.
I've not had anything on this list except for the chicken fries, and I was mildly disappointed by them. So I would try
Fair.
the Impossible Whopper just to make it new.
Plain
I have not
scary.
tried an Impossible
No, thank you.
Burger.
I've
I am
heard it's
curious,
good.
but then I'm
Anything on
like, I'll just roll with something I know I like. So I haven't tried it.
All right.
Lindsay, you want to get us through Chick-fil-A here?
Chick-fil-A, we have spicy chicken sandwich, the cool wrap, waffle fries, and chicken and strips. Now,
Also,
I-
obvious answer.
okay, hot take here, hot take. Grilled chicken sandwich far superior from Chick-fil-A than the fried chicken.
Spicy
I've
grilled
gotten
chicken
it
sandwich.
once or twice, and like it just kind of didn't come out well when I got it, so I don't have a good sample size.
I will say, like, I don't know what they do to their lettuce, but like, it's not that great. Like, I don't know, like, I don't like their lettuce. But like, I'd totally take the grilled chicken over
Brent,
the
those are
other
pickles, not lettuce.
anytime. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh. That makes so much sense.
Dadoy.
I might point out that there is no grilled chicken sandwich on this list.
Correct.
For
Chicken
a
strips.
long time, I thought the Chick-fil-A waffle fries were so overrated because every time I went to Chick-fil-A, they were like pretty mid, and then like, but I thought everything else was really good. Then like in the last year or so, every time I've gone to Chick-fil-A, everything else has been kind of mid, but the waffle fries have been by far the best thing there.
I would agree.
So I'm gonna go with the waffle fries.
Seconded.
It's a tough choice for me. I love the waffle fries, but every time I go to Chick-fil-A, I'm a spicy chicken sandwich person. So I'm going to go with that one.
I respect
You
it.
know, people hype up spicy chicken, and I've just never been a fan of like the like fast food style spicy chicken. It's just some I don't know what
It's not
flavor.
spicy
it is, but
enough
I'm not big
usually.
on it.
Chick-fil-A is no exception, but it gets halfway there.
Yeah.
All right, we got 4 more. Next one. Also have
Four?
not
Holy
had.
cow.
Right. Same.
Shake Shack.
Yeah, I've
Hot
never heard of this
dog.
place.
Buffalo spice cheese fries, Shack Stack, or frozen custard. I think any place that has a hot dog for like a fast food place makes me suspicious.
It's Shake Shack's actually good. It is suspiciously expensive though, but I just like the normal like double cheeseburger from there or whatever. So I'm going to have to go with the frozen custard.
So I'm looking at this picture of the Shake Stack, and it looks
Shack
really
Stack.
good. However, it looks like I would try and take one bite of it, and the entire burger would fall apart.
Yeah.
Oh,
Not only
absolutely.
that, that's if you can get your mouth for an entire bite.
Well, I was just gonna, it looks like they had to tie it together with a string or something, even to just have it sit together.
Yeah, have a
Yeah,
toothpick.
I mean that tomato on the
Yeah.
front's about to fall off.
Uh-huh. I'm
Um,
frozen custard.
I'm between the buffalo spice cheese fries and frozen custard.
The more ice cream that's
I'm
being
going
shown, the
frozen
more I want
custard.
ice cream.
I know. I want everything. I'm so hungry right
Yeah,
now. I haven't had dinner yet.
I have had like kind of a meal today. So
I've had
I'm definitely
300
getting food
calories
after this.
today, and half of that is fruit and carrots.
Why did none of us eat? I thought about putting off the recording more to eat, but I was like, I can't do that.
It's like late in the evening. Like, it's getting there, and what are we doing?
It is 8 p.m.
Yeah, that's late
We're
in the
all
evening.
functioning adults.
Right.
Yeah,
Daniel.
Make a choice.
Wendy's?
next one.
All right. I'm surprised you didn't want Wendy's, Brent, but I can go for it. All right. So we've got the Baconator. We've got a Frosty. We've got a grilled Asiago Ranch Chicken Club. We've got the chili and cheese baked potato. And I think I have to go Frosty.
You got to.
No.
I'm
Like,
gonna go
it's the
Baconator.
law.
Baconator,
for sure.
dude. No,
Let's
not
go,
Frosty.
Christian.
Yeah, give me the.
Here's the problem with bacon. And that's that I only like it if it's crispy.
I don't like bacon that much, but I do like the Baconator.
Not a fan of bacon.
It needs to be
Wow.
nice in the middle, to like slightly towards the chewy side.
Ooh. No, I like it to have a full crunch.
Nah.
And it's like bonus points if you cooked it to the point that it curled up.
If I don't want to eat, I want to eat bacon, not a cracker. It's meat. Kind of.
I don't know. I grew up on crispy bacon, and the soft stuff just doesn't do it for me.
All right. I can do Domino's.
Christian.
I
yeah,
got it.
go
I'm
for
gonna
it.
take it. You know. Domino's. You got the pepperoni pizza, chicken Alfredo pasta, hot buffalo wings, and marbled cookie brownie. This one's pretty easy for me.
All good answers.
Yeah. But it's pretty straightforward. I haven't had the buffalo wings from Domino's, and I love Domino's pizza just in general. So I'm gonna go with the pepperoni pizza.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going with the
Absolutely.
pizza.
I'm gonna go with pizza because I haven't had any of the other things. I don't think.
In my experience with pizza chains, like sometimes they have good other stuff on the menu, but the pizza's almost always the best thing on the menu.
Mm-hmm. I would agree. All right.
And finally.
Lindsay, take us out
Dairy
here with the Dairy
Queen. We have chocolate chip cookie dough blizzard. I don't know why they just didn't say blizzard. Cheeseburger meal deal. Chocolate dipped cone or cheese curds.
I've got an opinion. You only go to Dairy Queen if you want a blizzard.
100%.
Like, if you just wanted, like, fast food, like a burger or something, you would go somewhere else. So there is only one correct answer.
No,
and that is
there's-
the blizzard.
There's
I-
two
I-
ice cream options.
I've gone for a dip cone before. I've also gone for the Orange Julius.
Yeah,
But, like-
but that's like a subset. I know it's not, but it's a subset of blizzard in my mind.
But what would you prefer? Like, what would you generally go to Dairy Queen for? It's definitely the blizzard for me, without a doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, I mean, nothing really sets apart the chocolate dipped cone from where I could get it somewhere else, so, like, I'm going Blizzard. All right.
Okay. Drum roll. Results are in. They nailed me. They said water sign with brown hair, and I am a Pisces with brown hair.
Wow.
And my birthday is in 2 days, so.
Holy cow. I also got water sign with brown hair, and so they got the hair right. However, I am not a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. I am Taurus.
I got a water sign with brown hair. And they're wrong on both fronts.
Christian?
I got fire sign with black or
Ooh.
colorful hair, and
Wow.
their signs are wrong for me. They gave me Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius.
So I didn't know that there's like elemental like categories for the signs.
Well, so like Pisces is a fish.
Yes,
right?
I get
so
that.
like that kind of makes sense, but I like
You also need water
I don't
for
know
Cancer.
what Cancer or Scorpio is, like what their animals are.
Yeah.
You don't know what animal Scorpio is.
I mean, I would guess it's a scorpion, but like, who knows?
Good
I could totally
Lord,
see
eh?
it being a zebra. And
Yeah, I'm looking up what mine actual is. I have no.
oh, it's a crab. For
Cancer is crab.
Yeah, but okay. And the reason I didn't say scorpion, is because that does not seem like a water animal. So I was like, maybe not.
Well, I don't think. Oh wait, no. I was gonna say maybe like each sign has like an elemental variant, but then I was like, no, they very much worded it like water sign means you're either a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. So.
Well, I was very impressed until I found out it just like guessed this for everyone.
Except for me.
Not Christian.
I'm unique.
I think I was only like 1 or 2 answers off of Christian.
I also don't have black or colorful hair, so.
You don't have black hair?
Yeah, my hair's white, dude. Bleach white.
Oh.
Yep. Well, honestly, I almost feel like that falls under the subset of colorful, sort of, just in that it's a unique color.
I feel like if you're being technical, black or colorful is like any color in the spectrum.
You're really covering your bases with that.
Wow. So let's read some of the top 3 comments here. BuzzFeed is never guessing my zodiac right. Comment 2. Whoa. Was not expecting that accurate, but okay. Fun quiz. Now I'm hungry. Same, except the accuracy. And then the third comment that is visible to me right now. Fire sign with black or colorful hair. Whoa, holy. Yeah, I'm a Leo with blue streaks. And then the face where it's like :3. Is that kissy face?
Not sure.
Couldn't tell you.
That's always been
like-
a weird looking emoticon
I
to
didn't
me.
grow up in this generation.
That's it. It makes me think of what's the science grandpa and kid Rick and Morty.
Uncle Grandpa.
They make that face a lot. No.
Yeah, they do.
Anyway, yeah, BuzzFeed quiz. If you want to check it out, go to BuzzFeed.com, and then it's fast food guess zodiac quiz.
And
See if
if you
can
take
be-
it, let us know what you got and if it was accurate.
Mm-hmm.
And having finished the BuzzFeed quiz, which was segment C, the third one, we are officially bringing this episode to a close. Does anybody have final thoughts?
Thank goodness
Brent.
my computer's about to die. I'm now standing in my kitchen awkwardly because I had to find my charger halfway through the episode.
Take us through a tour of your kitchen.
Well, okay. I look to my left, and it goes on for about 5 feet, maybe. Tiny kitchen. And then I turn around, and I can see the rest of my apartment. So, there's
Exhilarating.
There's some dirty dishes in the sink.
Oh, I know
Why
about
don't you
that
get on
one.
those?
The immersion is great.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm not a realtor.
Final thoughts. Shout out to Mom. Will Smith come to the podcast. Christian, thank you for coming to the podcast.
Thank you,
I was coerced.
Christian.
Oh,
You're
always
the
a
best.
pleasure to have you on. You definitely hold the record of highest occupancy of
No pun intended.
stuff.
Man,
Anyway,
you guys really don't know your audiences, do you? I'm like the
No.
lowest rated.
I do know that like you are. I think last time we spoke, you like were on season 2, if that,
Right.
of listening. So, yeah, get on that. See, this is our target audience: is people who are currently recording. Like that's the goal of who we're trying to get to listen to the podcast. Is people who are in the podcast.
We have you on a guest to like kind of make you feel committed to the podcast so that you'll listen.
Yeah.
And
I
we've
did
got about a
not get that
12%
memo.
success rate.
Totally didn't
Yeah.
click with me.
It's working well. Anyway, that's me.
Lindsay?
I feel like I never have final thoughts, and that does not change for today.
Okay. Shout out to Brent's mom.
Shout out.
Indeed.
And if no one has anything else, then I'm going to wish you all to have a bombastic week, and we'll see you next time.